it's Shaleni Henriquez with Remax Real Estate Center, and today on Check It Out Milton, we are checking out Elpizo Counseling Services here in Milton. Today we're visiting Elpizo Counseling Services. They're located at 192 Main Street East in the lower level, and they've been in this location since January of this year. Thanks for having me in today. Ruth and Sabine, so do you want to tell me a little bit about Elpizo Counseling Services here in Milton?
Okay, well, thank you for coming to us. Well, what is Elpizo Counseling? We are a counseling service, a training and counseling service. Started about 20 years ago, but in Milton for about 9 years, in that we now live in Milton from the UK. Okay. And so we brought our counseling service here. I say we because it started myself and my husband, his name is Elvis. And we have Sabine as one of our therapists that works in our space. Elpizo means hope. It's a Greek word that means hope, because at ourselves we want to bring hope to people. We want to ensure that they, there is hope for the future. Sometimes we live in this world where it's just so much chaos, so much crisis going on. So we like to believe that when our clients leave here, they have that bit of hope. Mm-hmm. That there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Okay, nice. So what are some of the counseling services that you offer here?
As well as family counseling and couples counseling. So one of the unique aspects of our agency is that when we do couples counseling, we generally will have a female and male therapist meeting with the couple, and so that they can get both perspectives.
Sabine has talked about we do individual, couples, family. We also do children. We work with children. And we actually have therapists that specifically have been trained in child play therapy, because working with children is not the same as working with adults, where you're doing a lot of talk therapy. But with children we use play therapy, we use toys and puppets and art and water and everything, whatever that we can use to kind of distract, but at the same time engage, because in their drawing, in their crafts, in whatever they do, they're telling a story, and that helps us to understand the children more. So yes, we do work with this population, but we also work with relationships, with mental health issues and mental health challenges. We work with couples planning to get married, and that reminds me of our initiative, Table for Two. So Table for Two is one of our exciting new, projects, where we're specifically working with couples, but in groups. So we have group setting where they come in, there's a workshop, there's a subject. Let's say it's conflict resolution. How do couples resolve conflict? So we'll do a 2-hour session. Couples get to talk to each other. We give them training. They get to talk to other couples in this space. They get to share. So that happens once a month. And then once a quarter we'll do an activity. And so we did one in March where we had a really nice dinner and had games and had all sorts of things going on. We have activities such as, maybe going tree places where you climb on the tree
top trekking.
That's
also yeah.
So that's fun to do as a couple. Yeah. It also creates trust, some laughter. Yeah. So we do these activities once a quarter, and then once a year we try to do a retreat where we all go away somewhere nice, Muskoka maybe, or we're even thinking of doing a cruise, a couples cruise.
Oh wow!
So these are some exciting things that are in the pipeline for the future.
Okay, that's great.
And I think, and just in this space as well, we run DBT groups. So dialectical behavioral therapy, and that's usually for individuals or those persons that have borderline personality disorders. Basically, we cover most things. We work with we're not a one modality clinic. We work with various different interventions and modalities that works for the individual. In addition, we also get referrals from Toronto CAS and Halton CAS, so we work in the community as well. We do have therapists here and social workers here that will go into the community. We work with families, we work with families that are going through a crisis. We'll go to the schools and work with the children. So we're kind of an eclectic center with different specialities. Now we are officially here in the Milton community. We're on Main Street, and we're excited about that. We have 5 rooms, we have a training room, so we have lots of space here, and it's easy for people to know. As soon as you say, well, opposite Ontario, Service Ontario, oh, we know where that is.
Yes.
And that's great. So on Friday this week, 21st, we're having our open house, and it's really drop by. Come see what we're doing. Come talk to our therapists. Come ask questions, and just, you know, some people don't know what counseling is. Some people think, oh, it's only when you have a big problem or when you have mental illness. But we actually say you go to therapy when you don't have a problem. You know, it's like going for your yearly medical checkup. It's like taking your car in for service. So why don't you take yourself for service? Don't wait until it's so bad and then we have to do intense counseling. But you know, just come in every so often and check yourself. So this is our space. We want people to know that we're here to stay, and we're part of the Halton community.
Okay, amazing. Thank you so much for having us in. And people want more information about that, they can go to your website?
They can go to our website, elpizocounseling.com, 2 L's in counseling.
We have a Facebook page. We post just general video clips we've done on couples counseling, as well as we did anger management.
Teen groups.
Right.
Yeah, so various things. We just post stuff on Facebook or on Instagram, and we have our YouTube channel.
Oh, good.
Called The Well.
Okay.
And so The Well is kind of like a podcast type of thing where we talk about various things: anxiety, depression. We talked about Table for Two program. We talk about, you know, how therapists themselves cope with stress and anxiety, and they're just little video clips, like 30-minute video clips. So we talk about various aspects of counseling.
Okay, perfect. All right. Thank you so much for having me in and for sharing all that information with me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. Please be sure to tune in next week where we're going to check out something else awesome in town.